Design Matters is her podcast. It's been running even longer than mine. And when she came on my show, I had noticed in all my research, she never really talked about her family. And so I asked her before we started recording, I was like, would you be open to talking about your family at all? I've noticed a huge glaring omission. And she was like, maybe. She's like, you can try it. And then if I'm open to it, we'll talk about it. But if not, then not. And we were friends. And we got into it. And she opened up for the first time really publicly about horrifying sexual abuse, like throughout her entire childhood. And
It's crazy how many kids go through this.
yeah, it's awful. And I mean, the numbers are staggering. Like, it's really high.
Oh, I know.
And
50% of the people that have been on here
yeah,
have talked about it.
yeah,
And then there's another percentage that won't, that will talk about it, but not on camera.
yeah. So it's pervasive. And so I asked Debbie if she would be open to having a conversation with me about how we've both tried to overcome or address this, because she and I took very, very, very different paths and used very different tools. And so we recorded the conversation, and I told her in advance, I was like, look, Debbie, I don't know if I'm going to ever publish this. She was like, that's totally fine. And we recorded it. Eventually I was just like, all right, here goes nothing. And published that, stayed off of all social media. Told my team, I was like, I don't want to see any feedback unless it's from people I care about and it's positive feedback. I was like, it's too raw. Like, I don't want to, internet's a nasty place, right? It's a full contact sport where every fucking village idiot has been given like a halberd and a mace, right? It's not pretty. So I was like, I'm staying off of everything.
But the opposite happened, didn't it?
Well, I ignored everything except the only people who could reach me were my close friends. So what happened? I would say somewhere between 25 and 35% of some of my oldest, closest friends reached out and left me the most heart-wrenching voice memos and voicemails you can imagine about their own abuse that they'd never told anyone about. Fucking horrible. I had anticipated bad behavior on the internet, so I stayed away. I did not expect such a high percentage of my really close friends to confide in me. That was really hard. But I have a lot of, for whatever reason, capacity for like that. With friends, with people I care about, I have a lot of capacity for handling that. So, fuck, man.
How did it feel?
It felt
Get it out there.
and I had to decide in advance what feeling would make it worth it, right? Because no outcome's guaranteed. You have no idea what's going to happen when this thing gets released into the wild. So it was an unburdening for myself, right? Wasn't expecting apologies from anybody. I wasn't expecting a make good. I wasn't expecting any Harry Potter magic spell to do Control-Z undo on these experiences. I was exhausted by carrying the weight of that secret around.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, I had this very skilled therapist tell me at one point, and maybe she just didn't realize that this would stick. I guess we very seldom realize these little things we might say that actually can make a big difference to people. She said, take the pain and make it part of your medicine. And by taking my own experience and turning it into something hopefully that would help people, it gave it some redemption. It gave it some meaning.